Samurai cinema has a long tradition of meditating on honor, sacrifice, and duty, but few films in the modern era have managed to honor those values while evolving the genre for contemporary audiences. Takashi Miike's 13 Assassins, released in 2010, is one of those rare achievements. Sitting proudly with a 95% score on Rotten Tomatoes, this reimagined tale takes inspiration from Eiichi Kudo's 1963 film of the same name, but raises the stakes in every imaginable way. What begins as a carefully composed historical drama erupts into one of the greatest third acts in action movie history, a 45-minute crescendo of chaos, bloodshed, and bravery. A modern rebirth of a samurai classic. While Miike's version often gets the spotlight, 13 Assassins actually began its journey decades earlier under the guidance of director Eiichi Kudo. Known for other important works like 11 Samurai and Love Letter, Kudo's original 13 Assassins helped lay the groundwork for ensemble-based samurai epics. It introduced viewers to a group of warriors banded together to assassinate a sadistic and politically dangerous lord, a suicide mission built on loyalty and morality. That 1963 version was bold for its time, but it was also restrained by the filmmaking limitations of the era. Though it featured a strong cast and compelling characters, some pacing issues and subdued action sequences kept it from reaching its full potential. Still, it was an important film, a blueprint that future directors, including Miike, would look to when crafting their own visions of honor in the face of tyranny. Miike's vision, bigger, bloodier, and brilliant. In 2010, Takashi Miike, already infamous for his eclectic and often extreme filmography, took on the challenge of reinventing 13 Assassins. Rather than reinventing it entirely, Miike elevated every element of the original. His version is deeply cinematic, from Daisuke Tengen's intelligent script to Nobuyasu Kita's visually striking cinematography and Koji Endo's haunting score. The story remains simple in structure but powerful in implication. A retired samurai, Shinzaman, played masterfully by Koji Ikucho, is tasked with recruiting warriors to eliminate Lord Naritsugu, a sadistic noble who abuses his power with impunity. Knowing that the corrupt system protects the lord, the only solution is assassination. The group sets a trap in a remote village, preparing for a battle they may not survive. An ensemble cast that honors the genre. Miike assembled a stellar cast for his retelling, including major talents such as Goro Inagaki, Mikijiro Hira, Yusuke Izuya, Seiji Rakaku, and Tsuyoshi Ohara. Each actor brings something essential to the film, whether it's quiet nobility, bubbling rage, or a twisted sense of humor. Their performances ground the film in realism, even as the violence begins to escalate into mythic territory. Characters like the mysterious Kiga Koyata, a mountain man who joins the fight late in the story, add unpredictability and energy. Meanwhile, Shinro Kuro, Shinzaman's nephew and a reluctant fighter, delivers one of the film's most emotionally satisfying arcs. These are not one-note warriors. They are men with regrets, dreams, and deeply personal reasons for risking their lives. The final act, a masterclass in cinematic mayhem. Where 13 Assassins truly shines is in its climactic showdown, a 45-minute battle sequence that unfolds in the booby-trapped village of Okii. What Miike crafts here is nothing short of breathtaking. Using a combination of practical effects, meticulous choreography, and relentless pacing, the final act becomes an opera of violence, one that is both harrowing and strangely beautiful. Unlike many action films that reduce characters to cannon fodder, 13 Assassins makes every death count. As warriors fall, the weight of their sacrifice is felt. The blood flows freely, but it's never gratuitous. It's a reminder of what it costs to stand for something. In these final moments, themes of redemption, legacy, and justice are fully realized. It's chaos with a soul. A samurai film for the modern age. What makes 13 Assassins stand apart isn't just its action. It's the way the film threads deeper questions about power, loyalty, and the cost of violence into its narrative. Lord Naritsugu is not just a villain, he's a symbol of unchecked privilege, and his downfall is a metaphor for what happens when good men are pushed too far by a corrupt system. Miike's direction is assured throughout. Known for his boundary-pushing style in films like Audition and Ichi the Killer, here he exercises restraint when necessary and lets loose when it counts. The result is a film that respects its origins while surpassing them, a remake that honors tradition but isn't afraid to forge its own path. Conclusion: a final act for the ages. 15 years since its release, 13 Assassins remains a towering achievement in both the samurai and action genres. Its explosive final act isn't just about spectacle, it's the emotional and thematic payoff to a carefully constructed story. Like the best of Kurosawa's work, it's about more than swordplay. It's about men making impossible choices in the face of injustice. If you've overlooked this masterpiece, now's the time to correct that. 13 Assassins is not just one of the best samurai films of the 21st century, it's one of the finest action films ever made.